Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Return to the Outer Worlds. Last time I left off, I was basically turning in all of these missions that I had in Roseway. So I decided to keep
like getting into trouble.
I decided to keep the research from the tree scientists, so I'll be able to sell that off to Gladys. Which will hopefully help me get the bits necessary to purchase the Nav Key for Stellar Bay. So we're just going to look at the journal here. So the distress signal side quest, return to Gladys on the Groundbreaker. So basically says you've acquired one of the company's secrets that Gladys was talking about. You can return to her to sell it or keep researching for more secrets. And then right underneath it says, you've acquired all of the worthwhile company's secrets in Roseway. Head back to Gladys on the Groundbreaker. That being said, as I showed on the previous episode, my reputation with Auntie Cleo is now at the status of off-put. So 27% negative versus 24% positive. This may change going forward, but yeah, first time I've had this kind of reputation on one of my playthroughs, so it'll be interesting to see how it affects things. Right now the only effects is basically the vendor prices are increased by 10%. So alright, so I don't remember if there is a workbench here, but either way I'm going to return to the ship and use the workbench to repair my my Deadeye assault rifle. And so south, this is not south. If I remember correctly, I have to go north or east. Yeah, this place. Yeah, that's where I came in initially. Spoke to the guard and all that. Yeah, so I'm still pretty far away from the quest that unlocks the Peril at Gorgon DLC. I believe I didn't read anything about the DLC other than the fact that the quest is Radio Free Monarch. As soon as you complete that one, the DLC triggers, so to speak. So we're heading that way. Slowly but gradually. And I believe I sold everything that I had to sell. Yeah, I'm gonna need to store some stuff on the ship. I searched this guy, right? There's the unreliable. You acquired systems and serfdoms. You've acquired danger sign. So those are items that go to the cabins. We'll just go and see if I can find them real quick.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
So there's an addition. Antibiotics Secret Lab 007. And if you examine it, courtesy of Auntie Cleo's abandoned lab in Roseway. Let's put this stuff in. Whoops, I did not mean to pick that up. I meant to transfer. Oop. Come on. Okay. So this, Montag, and these two unique weapons, the Rapti Prod, which is good against Raptidons, and Bladon Stick. I will store all of these other weapons as well, just because I don't need them right now, but I may need them for companions later down the line. And I will store also a bunch of armor, like this engineering I'm going to keep, lockpick I'm going to keep, sneak I don't need, tech skills, this is my fully modded armor, I will store it. I will store this one as well, store this, the opti goggles, padded helm, advanced defensive helmet, welder's goggles I will keep on myself because it does grant plus 15 engineering, so it can come in useful if I need it. Sneak plus 7 for the standard troop armor, pretty nice. I already have one of those, so I'm going to store it. Also this and this and this, and yeah, I'll sell all of this aid next time I'm in town where I have a vending machine. Let's head down. I'm just gonna go check the cabins real quick. So nothing new, but here's where I can talk to Sam, because I picked up the item that he's gonna need in one of the labs on Roseway. So yeah, I have to ask Ada about the SAM unit, so I'll do that right as we go down to the cockpit. In here I don't see anything new. It's just Felix's journal. Oh, so the danger sign goes to Felix's cabin. Interesting. And what was the other one? Was something about serfdoms or something? Probably in Max's room. Not this. Not this either. Nope. Huh. Can't be this, no. Huh. Well. Unless it's in someone else's cabin.
You watching the Aether Waves last night? I don't want to ruin the surprise. Let's just say it involved a whole mess of tossball players and the biggest Manta Queen I ever saw.
Do you think maybe I could borrow that sometime?
Where is it? In here? Nope. Is it still showing my items, or what was it called again? No. Yeah, it was something about serfdoms or something. It seems like it's a book, but I don't recall picking up that book, and I have no idea whose cabin it was put in. I was assuming Max, but unless I'm just plain not seeing them. Yeah, holster my gun to get a better field of view. It's very strange.
Yes, Captain?
Nothing. Just looking for stuff. Oh well. Alright, so let's go. I didn't check Parvati's room. This one? No. Well, I guess I'll go have to look it up. It's no biggie. So, let's go down to the workbench. So I raised one level, so I should be able to tinker this one up one tick. 944. Sure. You also repair it. And yeah, I'm not going to tinker any of the other weapons for now because I'm not really using them. So far, this is my main weapon. Very, very powerful. Okay. So let's go talk to Ada about the SAM unit.
Welcome back, Captain.
Thank you.
How can I be of assistance?
Do you know anything about the automechanical gathering dust in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Cool. So I'll talk to you later, Ada.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go check the terminal in my cabin. Oh, unless the book is for here, maybe. Serfdom? Can't remember what it's called. I'll have to go re-watch the episode later. Find out what it was called. Anyways. Messages for Draven. Nothing. Messages for Alex Hawthorne. Hawthorne's unread messages. From U Bedford. Yeah, that's just Udom being Udom, I guess. Archived messages. Oh boy. Yeah, so I read all of these before, but it's basically, yeah. He's basically harassing Captain. Okay. Oh, there it is. Search term. SAM. First SAM result. Experimental note. Do not forget you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical in Emerald Vale's scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine should be fun. There's those initials again. AH. Should I know who that is? AH. No idea. It'll probably pop up in my head eventually. Another experimental note. Removal of factory standard part Suds Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to. Ah, but I do. Again, signed AH. Oh, that's Alex Hawthorne. Oh boy. Third SAM result. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit, and it's not turning up anytime soon. But good news. I've heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper I can filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following this next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. So that's me. Okay, so basically that just says go get the acid steeper in Roseway, and I already picked it up, so now I have to go install it. Install the acid steeper. I did not mean to go into...
Initiating initialization sequences.
Whoa, look at that XP.
Customer. This SAM unit is unable to locate your registered information. Would you like to register your SAM?
Yes?
Registering new owner. Captain.
Welcome to the crew, Sam.
SAM units live to clean and clean to live.
So I'm definitely going to bring him out for a spin next mission. So leveled up to 14. So 80 expert, deadly focus, no weapon sway after 5 seconds after each kill. Interesting. So there's this and this. Crouch move speed, hack auto mechanicals, and lock picking. And tech. I really want to raise my tech. Because, yeah. So let's put everything in here. Although, now I'm losing some points. Yeah. At least everything is going to be at 50 now. It didn't go past 50 on science, but yeah. So at least I'm at 50 on there. And perks. Alright, so this one, no. That might be really good. Because I do use TTD a lot. And I do a lot of kills, you know, one-shot kills, so this one for sure. Nah. No. 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 Eventually, once I'm able to have a quiet weapon. But I don't think the Deadeye assault rifle can have a quiet muzzler installed. Maybe the Mark II variant, if I remember correctly, but that's still far away. Yeah, that's basically if you want to go the lone wolf route, which is there's one called Lone Wolf here. Yeah, 25% damage when alone in party, which is something that I'm gonna do probably in another playthrough eventually. It would be nice to give that a whirl, but not for now. Bonus to dialogue skills when you have no companion in your party, so that's not gonna happen. Increase carry weight, always useful. 50% less consumable weight. This is also good, but I'm selling most of my consumables anyway. 15% health restored per kill. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so for sure I'm going to use this one. The Reaper. Marked for purchase. There we go. Okay, so just to make sure, this one I can go later. This one is on Scylla, which I can also go do later if I have other stuff to go do on that planet. If it's a planet, I think it's an asteroid or something. Anyway, this one's in Monarch, Fallbrook, and Oh yeah, I forgot to talk to Parvati. Let's go talk to her while we're on the ship. Where are you? Wait, is she in the toilet? No. She must be in the engine room. Yeah. Hello?
Engine 2 has been running hot lately. Captain, can you ask Parvati to check the coils again?
Okay.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
Sure.
So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my data pad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet.
Comes from the heart, you'd say?
Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. Made my chest hurt, kinda.
Sounds like she likes you.
I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold.
You're about the warmest person I ever met. To hell with them.
Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel. Who's Isabel?
Everything okay?
They were close, Captain. Like, more than friends close.
They were close? Not anymore?
I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? Lost Hope?
For sure, that's exactly where we were going. So, great idea. Drinking solves everything.
Come on, Captain. This is no time to be fooling on me. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome. But I'd feel better if someone I trusted was there.
Sure, don't worry. Alright. So... off to the Groundbreaker.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Yeah, I actually wanted to talk to the other computer. Sorry.
May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually meant to go to the navigation computer, but thanks for that. Groundbreaker. Yep.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Cool.
We'll be here, Captain.
So I'm gonna bring Parvati, of course, and I'll bring Sam. Just because. Yep.
Or will we? Haha.
Too bad I cut her off. I didn't really understand what she was saying. So I'm actually going to head to the Lost Hope, and then I will go see Gladys. Because the companion quest line for Parvati is really the most, I wouldn't say complex, but it is the longest one to accomplish. You have to go pick up a bunch of ingredients, if I remember correctly, for the date that they're going to have. So, yeah, and the ingredients are spread across the entire colony, so... Might as well go pick it up. The quest, I mean. The Lost Hope.
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner? Okay, so what are we drinking? You're the expert.
I am?
Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper.
Are you sure you want to do this? You seem nervous.
Oh, no, that's on account of my not being able to sleep lately. Makes my hands all twitchy, you know? I've just been lying awake, thinking about what Junlei said. Feeling my heart shake.
Okay, so I have the choices between beer, wine, or whiskey. I'd start with beer, but you said in Edgewater the smell made you sick. How about wine?
Oh, wow. You remembered. Well, that's fruit and such, right? Okay, wine it is. Bottoms up.
Have an urgent or an embarrassing spill? Wipe it away with Sam's emergency stain disappearing gloop. Disclaimer: gloop may dissolve skin or flooring on contact.
Wow, this is really kind of nice, actually. Who'd have guessed old fruit could taste so good?
Yeah.
Oh, Captain. I'm pining for Junlei something fierce. What am I doing?
No. Generally or specifically?
I mean, just with Junlei. I don't know what to do about us.
Start by telling me why her message got you so unsettled.
Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all.
What she'd actually write in the message you haven't said.
It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her?
What is this really about?
I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and they're all climbing up my throat. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve.
Let's get you some water.
Come on, Captain. I'm here to drink. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little woozy. Hydration, here I come. Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but I'm so scared.
About what?
Everything? I got a solar system's worth of terrifying questions swirling around my head. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me?
I love these responses. There's an easy way to get answers to all those questions.
There's nothing easy about About spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. That's... well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not?
You can't control how people react to you, even people you care about.
What do you mean, Captain?
The only thing you can control is you.
So if I'm doing my very best to be kind and open-hearted, I shouldn't worry how she thinks of me? Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think ungenerous thoughts.
We all do.
I suppose so, but I want to be my best self for her. A good person, worth caring for. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... wow. So much to think about.
So, are you going to ask her out?
Oh gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should?
Don't ask for my opinion. Believe in yourself.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask June out. Just as soon as we get back to the ship. I mean, probably. Eventually. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And, well, for being a friend. It means a whole lot. You're good people, Captain.
Warning. Low battery. Unit is engaging reserve pack. While using the reserve pack, unit may periodically enter a rest cycle. If unit does not wake, consult manual 81-XC5.
All right. Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? I wish there was a place we could all live quiet together. Come on, let's go.
Right. So, take Parvati back to the ship. But not yet. First, we're going to go talk to Gladys.
Interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon.
Couldn't care any less.
Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity I told you about on Roseway? You don't hurry up. Someone will get to snooping around there before you do.
So I can pay right now. But no, I investigated that distress signal from Roseway.
What's that? Speak up now.
I said about those secrets you asked me to look for.
What'd you turn up?
I found this fancy toothpaste formula. Here you go.
These corporations, I tell you. Once they get an idea into their big dense heads, there's no getting it out again. Can't imagine how I'll offload this. But waste not, want not, I suppose.
Nice. I acquired some research on Raptidon musk. Interested?
Pardon me, sweetheart. My old ears must have misheard you. Did you say Raptidon? Gracious, someone must have hauled them off Monarch. Naughty, naughty. A couple of folks around here might pay a fair few bits for this. Might even be able to start a bidding war.
There was a dialogue choice earlier, which was... How do I go to the dialogue history? Toggle history. Yeah, it doesn't tell me what the choice was, but it was like lie and science combined. That's strange. I found schematics for a prototype weapon from Force, and I'm selling. You buying?
Peaches and cream, if that isn't the most handsome bit of lethal engineering I've seen all week. That'll go for a tidy sum of bits.
Oh boy. Intimidate 78. Persuade 78. Huh. I think that's it.
That's plenty, my dear. And more than I thought you'd find. You got a knack for snooping. I ought to just hire you next time, instead of those sublight lunkheads. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your friend Gladys now. You can come visit any time.
Groundbreaker are now revering. So, what'll happen to those secrets I sold you?
I'm afraid that's confidential, my dear. A matter of customer privacy. I'd wager you'd demand the same were you the one buying. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Alright, so I'll buy the Stellar Bay Nav Key.
Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
Nope. Thanks for your time.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Yeah, I was about to say, she keeps giving me food. She's trying to fatten me up or something.
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet. I know Monarch's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
Area analysis is as follows. Significant dust and spore. Concentration. Vacuuming estimate. Calculating. Calculating. Calculating.
Right. So, I will go talk to Lilia at Sublight, now that I have a nav key. Hello, Lilia.
If this is something Tobias could handle, see yourself out the door.
No. I got a nav key to Stellar Bay. Is that job still up for grabs?
Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
What's Sublight doing in Fallbrook?
A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around with the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time.
How unconventional? Asking for a friend.
One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman.
What kind of salvage are we looking for?
When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas.
So I'm going after Alta Vita gas. What exactly is that?
It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
Sure, I'll take the job.
Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
Like always. What am I looking for?
Don't go looking for anything, except salvage. Just watch out. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
I ain't worried if you aren't, Captain. Honest.
Alright. So this quest must have updated. No, it's a faction quest now. Space-time continuum. Space crime continuum. Sorry, wordplay. Yeah, so... Okay. This is also in Fallbrook, so... And this one needs to talk to Parvati back on the ship. And also I need to inform Dr. Wells that I have a NavKey. So I think we're going to head back to the ship.
Job assessment. It's a mess.
You're so right. I'm just gonna drop by Belle's Shells to see if she has any neat stuff. You know, other than the Deadeye rifle that I stole right from underneath her eyes on the counter.
It get cooler in here? I swear they had the heat turned way the hell up.
Let's see what you got for sale. In the weapons, you have a Deadeye assault rifle, which I already have 2 of, including my main weapon. No armor, no aid, mods. Magnum, Mag to Zap, Mr. Ouch, Sure and Straight Barrel, Mr. Acid. So, crap, basically.
It just me, or has it been deader than usual around here? Chief wants to reduce
Hey, that pad down there, with the lights off, there are people unloading a ship.
Probably another sublight contract haul. Could be drugs, could be bootleg Aetherwave cartridges.
And they're just transferring cargo out where everyone can see?
Legal or not, somehow the company always has its paperwork in order.
How fascinating.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
What the hell? Why are there woolly cows on my ship?
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. Some of the drinks we tried I even liked. I guess it's not all disgusting. And I don't feel it today. I guess that water must have worked. I'm glad I had you looking out for me.
Glad to hear it.
I wouldn't mind having a drink again. Someday. In the distant future. Anyway. I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos.
Okay, not so bad. Not bad so far.
I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises.
So Junlei does like you, and she said it in the most awkward way possible.
Oh, isn't she sweet? Like one of those two-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal, and I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
Sure. Right, what's next? Nothing? Okay. Yeah, it's probably gonna pop up at some point. So now, go talk to Wells.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a NavKey to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Put him on screen.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
Can't you just send him a message?
Oh, I've tried. I haven't been able to get through to him at all. Silence from the system's own information broker? Not a good sign.
Any idea why?
Oh, could be any number of reasons. Incarceration, a period of copious drinking, a severe case of the sleeping sickness. Better to be sure than to resort to conjecture. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
I've got some questions for you.
Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
Oh. Alright, I'm off.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
I've gone up how many levels this episode? A lot of XP. Yeah, so I think I'm going to raise dialogue because I'm missing out on a lot of cool stuff because of that. Yeah, there we go. So at least I have persuade up to 65 modified, and lie and intimidate. What bonus does Sam give when he's in the party? I keep forgetting. And also I need to do his perk. 10 intimidate. Nice. And 20% negative reputation per kill. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, sure. Let's go look at his ting. Clean sweep. Harmful status effect duration minus 25%. This is a special attack. Decontaminate. Pretty awesome, a special attack. Anyways, so now the next step is to go to Stellar Bay, I guess. I'll do the side quest later, not now. And this one's in Stellar Bay as well, and this one's also in Stellar Bay. So everything's leading us to Stellar Bay right now. Let's go there. I was right next to the terminal. All the way over here. So you can land at the Cascadia landing pad, but Phineas said that it was really dangerous. But it is a way to circumvent a lot of the stuff, but it's super hard. Well, especially on Supernova. Really not recommended. Stellar Bay landing pad it is.
Captain, an unusual wavelength is coming through Monarch's aether wave frequencies.
The eternal is in us all. The OSI would have you believe that your place in society, indeed in the universe, is preordained. A man who works in the mines of Hephaestus, coating his lungs in mercury dust for not but a few bits a night. This fate is set in stone? When he dies young, coughing up black blood, his part in the grand plan? No, I say. Greatness is in everyone. Not just those so fortunate as to have been born into prosperity.
That was unexpected and odd.
Sounded like a bunch of nonsense.
I am inclined to agree with your assessment, by which I mean I have been systemically programmed to do so.
I'll be back. Alright, so who are we going to bring to Stellar Bay? I'm thinking Sam and Parvati. Yep. Wow.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Okay.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
You seem surprised.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
I did not see any ships. What are they doing out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Captain Draven.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Oh, sweet. You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Are you saying that the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
I'm gonna have a look around town.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
That depends. What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Who's the Black Hole?
That's Bertie Holcomb. Only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever.
I wonder if he's kin. Dad had family that worked for Rizzo's. I never got to meet them.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something?
Or something. Actually, I've been in hibernation for decades.
Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay.
This poster sounds really pretty valuable.
I couldn't really say. I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Sure, I can ask about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Sure. Okay. This is a Rizzo, Spacer's Choice, Auntie Cleo's. So let's go with Spacer's Choice. I'm going to sell all of this aid that I have. Like these 25 Raptidon meats. Sell all this. Whoops, not that. Sell the junk too. I think there's a better way to do this. I can just go and flag everything as junk. Add to junk. Yeah. Whoops. Did not need to do that. Junk. 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 And now if I go back to the machine, sell junk. And I don't have any more. Right. Parvati. Perk. When Parvati performs her ability, recharge some of your tactical time dilation meter. Ooh, yeah. And Sam. 20% damage to all mechanicals. Yep. Anything else? Or anyone else? Oh, I can't upgrade the other ones that are on the ship. That's normal. Hello? The Yacht Club. Let's go have a look.
And the little bastard's slippery, right?
on account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn Rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Who are you?
Name's Nyoka. I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
Ah.
You're also the loudest big game hunter on the planet. And the drunkest.
Shut the Fair point. I deserve it, though. On account of being the best.
My dad always kept his firearms and liquors in different lockers. Said it wasn't safe to mix them.
Out here, if you ain't a little buzzed, you're liable to notice the stench of life. The grit in the air. The dust in every drink and the blood on every boot.
It's nice to meet you, Nyoka. I'm Draven.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Sure. Another round, bartender.
Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
I'm told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
It's brass tacks, by the way. Sure, what do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
You mean caffeinoid? That stuff is just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
You won't find a better deal in Halcyon than our special one-time offer for a refurbished sanitation unit. Remember, if it's dirty, it's a job for Sam.
What in the... That thing talks?
Mm-hmm. Sure does. That's Sam. She helps me stay clean. Anyway, I'll go get those meds. Alright. So, gotta complete passion pills here. So, dispensary, huh? Must be around here somewhere. What's this? Oh.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir. Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
What was that exchange about? You having money trouble?
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix a thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you normally blow your money on Raptidon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Sebastian? Why are you buying so much from Sebastian? And also, who is Sebastian?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
Uh-huh.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Ew. Maybe I can talk to him for you.
Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
But before you do that, wait, I'm curious. What do you see in Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
I'll talk to you later. Can I talk to you again, though?
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
Haven't talked to him yet, but Grim asked me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Okay. Thanks, I'll do that. Sanjar.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
That's gross.
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
I do? No, you have a meeting with me.
Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now, what business brings you here?
I'm just looking for the information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Hey, it could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional, erotic, and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
And you're tired of scrounging and scraping by, is that it?
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
You make a good point.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Fine, but how do you mean to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
And where do I find one?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
How come this is locked? God damn it. Then I'll guess I'll go get your Bolt 52.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Sure. Bye. Okay. So I'm picking up quests left and right. We're still going to work on passion pills because I want to have Nyoka with me when we start exploring Monarch. So, dispensary. Where are you? What's this place? Hello?
Wouldn't mind smelling like Saltuna if we could sell more of it.
Wait, what's this place? Okay. This is all stealing, right? Yeah. Oh, this must be the Saltuna cannery or whatever. Yeah, for sure. This must be the warehouse. So maybe Velma is here?
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Take it easy, I'm just looking around.
Well, if you're that friendly about it, then you definitely aren't one of Catherine's sublight toughs. My mistake. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your what? Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors.
Fish fat,
He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
If you say so.
Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
Mm-hmm. I'm here to ask about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
So it's about the money.
Damn right it is.
You still have the poster, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
You're just giving Grimm's poster away? Didn't he pay for it?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
That sounds super complicated. Surely we can work something out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Work with me. I'm helping you find Braxton, aren't I?
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Understood.
Fine by me.
What's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick. Runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
I can talk to Caleb for you.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Oh, I was just there. Let's talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Why can't you give him his pay increase?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
They're hard workers, aren't they? Don't they deserve some compensation for that?
Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work.
I'll wager she don't pay those folks that maintain the mechanicals decent neither.
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Are you willing to meet Caleb halfway?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Sanjar's gonna notice your shortfalls before long, and he'll hold you responsible.
Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
You'd steal from your own people? That's low, man.
That's business. Someone's got to keep the lights on.
Let's talk about something else.
Fine by me.
You said Braxton had been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Why didn't you turn him in?
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Who is this Katrin you mentioned when I first came here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a Ground 6 spacer.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. So I guess in order to progress in the poster thing, I have to do her little side quests, which includes this, Secret People, and Herrick's handiwork. But first, Nyoka. Okay. So I gotta find that dispensary. I realize it's marked up on the map, but, you know.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean, more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
Mm-hmm. So is this the dispensary? Seems like it. Hello.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
You're not my auntie. I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
Actually, the pills are for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Mm-hmm. You can't trust people these days.
Except for you. I can tell. You've got one of those faces.
I do.
I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
I don't know, Auntie. You'll have to pry that secret from my sweet little cheeks.
Aren't you a saucy thing? I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but with age comes experience, dearie.
Is she coming on to me? This got weird fast.
Maybe some other time, then, when Auntie's personal allotment of stimulation is restored.
Oh, God.
But I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. You were here for caffeinoid, weren't you? Who's it for?
It's for Nyoka.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
There must be some way I can increase Nyoka's allotment.
I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
I thought you were in charge around here, Auntie. You sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Remind me, what supply room?
The one upstairs, where we store our medicines.
And where can I find this Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
The flower of enlightenment?
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind.
Okay.
The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Alright. So I guess I'll have to figure this out on my own.
Chin up, dearie.
So, graveyard, huh? And where is this graveyard? Oh, it's nearby. So I can just exit out from the south entrance and make my way there. Go and find this Dr. Williams. The cool little thing here where it's
Ooh. Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload Saltuna shipments at the cannon.
Deploying odor neutralizing aerosol spray now.
basically the sign on the back, it says Terra 1. So basically Monarch is Terra 1, whereas the place we were at for Emerald Vale and Roseway is called Terra 2. So the graveyard is this way, and there is a Raptidon there. One.
Unit is clean, mean, and ready to kill germs.
It's probably more. Yeah. Room.
You make it dirty, Sam cleans it up. Centrifuge mode activated. This area has been sanitized.
No there.
Take out the trash.
It doesn't look like I can get into any of these buildings. I went the wrong way. Well, I can just cross the bridge here and that'll be the end of it. And blue there.
Ready for this. Fire. Counting. 126 messes. 127 messes. 128 messes. 129.
I wonder who used to live here. Do you suppose anyone remembers anymore?
Don't know. Too bad none of these houses can be explored, but oh, there. excessive.
Graham's on the job. Preparing to neutralize and sanitize. Clean cycle active. Industrial stain.
Here I go!
Crew member requires maintenance.
Parvati's down. Sam is also down. Oh boy. Hello. Reload. Quick, quick. Die, will ya? Whew. Arms building key. Wait. So this is where it is? Okay. Where is the arms building key? Oh. I guess I'll just pick the lock. I think I can. There we go. I hate it when these big bins are empty. Welcome to Archives, Records, and Miscellaneous Storage Arms. Please select one of the menu options below. View Executive Reviews. Sanjar has a bad habit of padding his reports with numbers and statistics. Not very good with slogans, jingles, and or taglines. Presentations tend to be dry and lacking in emotional appeal and funny references. Sanjar also displays a noted tendency to complete work rather than delegating it, a trend unbecoming in upper management. All in all, Sanjar's work habits suggest a preoccupation with details and a startling lack of vision. We cannot recommend him for further advancement. Needs improvement in the following areas: interpersonal communication, brevity, delegation, idea generation. So I read that one. Executive Review, Bryant Graham. Okay, let's hack this. Graham's understanding of product messaging and branding is impressive, especially for a relatively low-level editor. Has a knack of memorable slogans and taglines. However, Graham has issues with brevity and shows consistent disregard for prescribed fonts and formats. Some of his work has been flagged for subversive undertones. Recommend further supervision. And Dora Erickson. Dora shows a real knack for a brief but compelling presentation supported by catchy slogans. Her delegation skills are also top-notch. She can build a lengthy meeting around any topic and emerge with plenty of work assigned. Recommend for promotion. delete all. Okay. So that's done. Let's go check the second floor. Can we? Yeah. I can jump, but can you guys jump? Doesn't seem like it. Oh yeah. I just heard Sam jump. Well, fly. Yep. Some bits. And some ammo. Loot this place blind. Vermin. Yep. Okay. And this stuff.
Hello? Hello? I hear boots out there. Wait, can rats wear boots?
I'm not gonna try and imitate the noise, but
Get away!
I'm just messing with you. Who's in there?
Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Mana Queen showed up. Then Raptidons. It was a void-blasted mess. I ran in here, and now the door's locked. Little help?
You got locked in? How?
It's easier than it sounds, alright? Next time you get chased by Raptidons, you let me know the rationality of your decisions.
Actually, I ran into Raptidons just now, and apart from that Colossus, everything went fine. Well, I need to get into that room.
Phew. Thanks, mister. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly. Gross.
Interesting. I'll take a look around. I can actually probably... No, hell no. 142. Wow. Okay. So where is this this raptor? There's a bunch of dead ones here. These are the ones I've killed, right? Yeah. So hi. Here? Nope. How about here? Nope. That's strange. This guy? Yeah. Neat. Except two-handed melee, but okay. Let's go open up the door for Hux. Wait, did I search this one? Come on. Get up there. There we go. Hey.
Phew. Thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
You sure you're okay to travel?
Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy, and hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend?
Good luck.
Thanks a lot, mister.
There's the Bolt 52 cartridge. And a bunch of stuff. No. Okay. Alright, so now, still working on this one, so I have to head to the graveyard, which is just over the bridge. So we're going to head there right now. This bridge, right? Yep. I'm always worried for mines on these goddamn bridges. Like in Fallout 4, every time you cross one of these bridges, there's like mines and traps and all that junk. I saw something flash red real quick, but it went away. Don't know what it is. Where's my map marker pointing me at? Oh, okay. So it has to be here. Yeah. I'm just gonna go stealth here. Big red box. This building I can go in. Mather Resonance. Do I have a quest here? Yeah. No, not yet. So I'm not going to go in. Oh boy. Methadon Mauler. There you go.
Take out the trash. Sterling is this unit's middle name. Congratulations, customer. Your SAM unit is performing at peak capacity.
So this is the graveyard, and I believe this is Dr. Williams. Yep. I can't go into any of these mausoleums, right? I don't think so. Okay. Cool stuff. So I think we're going to end the episode here. Yeah, so thanks for everybody that is watching or was watching, and I'll catch you at the next episode. Bye.